Alright everybody, welcome back again to some more Kerbal Space Program. So, we are at current designing the parts we will need for a grand tour mission. Now our first few parts of it are complete. This time, the first part we need to design is a lander specifically made to land on lathe. It's going to be very similar to the previous lander. We're going to call it the Lion. It's going to be a little bit bigger and heavier than the Tyrant. This will be basically an atmospheric modified version of the previous lander. It's not going to be a tremendous difference, but we are going to, because it's a bit tight, we are going to have to shed a little bit of weight. So what I'm thinking we do is we're going to have one less oil tank. It will make refining and construction a little more, it will make the refinery a little bit more difficult, but not tremendously so, and it will give us a little more leeway because we also need we need a fluid spectrometer because this can do additional science. We need the atmospheric science that the others will not be able to do, or the other one won't be able to do. And it's going to need some extra weight in the form of parachutes, because this is going to have to do a parachute landing, and I don't know, or at least this should at least do a partly parachute landing. Lathe. Going to have enough thrust to weight. Okay, so it can of course refuel. It will have mining equipment on board still, so it will still be able to process new fuel if it's needed. But I'd like this to be able to do landing mostly on chutes for the sake of keeping things nice and reliable. We're also going to do a couple of drogue chutes up top. And combined, those should be enough to bring it down in one piece. So, that's a nice quick part. I'll just quickly double check that I haven't accidentally saved over the same one. No, okay. It's actually a tiny bit lighter. This is 79.5 tons, but I'll just put it down as 80 tons. I think we've managed to, because of that, we've managed to keep the two balanced, because these will be, this and the other lander will be docked across from each other on the craft during takeoff. In fact, what I'm going to do, to balance it out even closer and also to brace it during transit, we're going to strut the two landers in place, and I'm going to bring the struts for that aboard this pod to add a little extra weight to it. There we go. That should be fine. Yeah, it's nearly 80 tons now, a bit closer. Right. We have almost every module, but we need to quickly expand the core module because I realized we had forgotten to bring the scanning equipment that we are going to need. We are going to need to pick our landing spots properly with this mission. We have to know where ore reserves are, or this isn't going to work. I'm thinking we shall put the scanner on this side here, probably. We're going to bring both a survey scanner and an ore scanner. We're going to need both. We'll also try, I think in this episode, mocking up the construction. I believe we should be able to load all the parts in and try sort of a mock-up of the full docking. We know exactly what we're looking at with all of them placed together. I think that's actually what we need for the scanners. Does that add significant weight? No, still at about 34 tons. Okay. I don't think we need any of the others. Oh, we can bring the... Yeah, why not? We'll bring those as well. The chroma. And we'll bring... There's another one, isn't there? Spectrograph. The satellite dish, I believe, is in the middle yet, so it's not going to be in the way. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Cool. Oh, gamma ray spectrometer. That's just for... Oh, it's a science experiment as well. Particle detector measurement. We've not used one of these on anything yet. We could bring one of those along as well. Yeah, why not? Put one there. It's not going to be in the way, is it? No. Cool. Okay. Okay, cool. We're bringing a particle detector as well. Right. That should be... And you know what? To counterbalance that, let's put... Why not? We'll put a telescope on that side. We also have a greenhouse module, which would probably be a good idea given we're going to be going a long way. So tell you what. Let's expand again. Add some more science modules that we've forgotten to put on the other craft. Those will be in white. Oh, it does have a colour. Oh! Okay, I can shield it. That might look good on some craft, but I'm going to leave that one unshielded. And we're going to make this one white. Okay. That's the core updated. The core is now 36 tons. That has added a bit to the weight. But that's fine, as long as we know. So, bear with me, YouTube. I'm going to pause recording and quickly work out the mass on how much this craft weighs. Alright, we are back. Again, hang out extended trips every time I hit my stop recording key. This craft is going to weigh a grand total, minus the weight of the engines and anything that goes on in that module, 236 tons. So that is how much weight we're going to have to move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a core quickly. Do we have a core that's even remotely close to the 3 meter size profile? We do not. We could have a manned one, I suppose. Yeah, we could send out the engine module manned. We'll use the station core to do that. And it gives the crew even more living space. So minus 4 tons. So we need this. We need to put a dummy weight on top that puts the craft's weight up to 240 tons, roughly, basically. And that will give us an accurate DV reading. And the easiest way to do that is usually just to put some tanks full of rocks on top. 40 tons, 80 tons. We need, what, 240? 240 tons. Okay, so this set of rocks will weigh roughly the same weight as our craft. After a return trip to Jool, and bear in mind we can refuel, supposedly, we only need about 7,000, but I'm not sure if that's because you have to aerobrake. But anyway, so we shall... Oh, we need to name it as well. GT 06 Thrust Master. Actually, we'll go Solar Wind. You know, in fact, it is not a solar sailor, and maybe this particular craft by solar sail would be a slow endeavour, I suppose you would call it. Yes. Now, the only slight thing I did realise last time was that our fuel. We were thinking about doing all the mining. I'm not even sure if we're mining for the right fuel here. We need fission propellants. I'm actually not sure what we make those from. So I may have even goofed with the scoop. So what we could potentially do is even go back to the previous engine we were using. I know the plan was to use the Vern, but again, since we slightly goofed that. This is something I thought of yesterday and completely forgot until just this moment. God dang it, I've already recorded the whole episode. Anyway, I don't know what we make fission pellets from. We could make lithium from the convertitron, apparently, which is one of the fuels we needed. Actually, we need ore for that. What kind of engines do we have that could refuel off the... Oh, here we go. Space dust harvester. Okay, we can already do that. Xenon gas, oxidizer, liquid fuel, argon gas, liquid hydrogen. Okay, the scoop might not be very useful. We may have goofed with that. But we're going to leave it there anyway because it's still got the aero brake on it. That gives us about 5,000. 9,000. Wow, is that it? Is that literally just all we do for this section? It's just that, pretty much. Wow, that was a lot less impressive than I thought. Oh, mind you, we're going to need... Yeah, we're going to need radiators. Additionally... Oh, see, that's the bit that's really bugging me now. We have to refuel. Do we have any engines that we can actually refuel from the atmospheric mining? I'm sure there are some. I just don't know which ones they are. Hang on. What does Shrankos run on? They have a mode select? I thought they had a liquid fuel mode, but maybe not. Liquid hydrogen. Could run liquid hydrogen engines, but... Can we make oxidizer? Does Citrotron make oxidizer? Oh, it can. Is Citrotron the same as the scoop? Okay, no, that harvests liquid hydrogen. It harvests it better. We could run a Citrotron as well and use that to gather oxidizer, and then we could run liquid hydrogen engines for the main stage, I suppose. That would allow us to use the refueling. We've already set up for that. Liquid H3 deuterium. It's just the lithium that we couldn't... We used the other engine. We wouldn't be able to refuel the lithium, but we could refuel the... Yeah, I think that's what I was going to do. Yeah, so we'll run on an impulse. Or maybe even multiple, actually. We might even run more than one. Yes, I think that's what we'll do. We'll run on impulses again. I thought we were going to use the new engine, but I think... Slightly goofed there. Yes, and then if we refuel the deuterium, so we bring lots of spare lithium, we go light on the expensive deuterium, and then we can... Okay, we can refuel that at Jool. Okay. So we probably want surface mounted adapters. I think we do have a... I think that's the 2 meter one. No, that's the 3 meter one. We do have a 2 meter surface adapter, don't we? Maybe not. 3 of those, and then we go into... Oh, larger than that. Oh no, we do. We totally do. Okay. Okay, no, they're not quite right. Tell you what, they do look better though, so we'll use those. Right. Yes, I think that's what we do. We use a triple... what they call triple impulse setup. We replace the expensive deuterium at Jool. Oh wait, can we refuel the hydrogen 3? Hang on. Sorry, I get confused with this. Yeah, deuterium and liquid hydrogen, it can connect both of. Where is our deuterium tanks? If not, we'll go for pellets. And we'll stick with our original plan. Even if the scoop's a bit redundant. I really thought we had a good use for that. I will also check the engines because I think I may be being stupid and missing something here. Yeah, that's not very efficient. Hang on. Let's go quickly check the labs and see if I'm missing something or see if there's another engine we could potentially use. I might be being really stupid. I thought we could refuel quite efficiently off of that scoop. It might be that I'm thinking of the near future engines, and the far future ones are the wrong sort. Now, what are the other ones we can have? The Discovery runs on liquid hydrogen, helium, and deuterium. Yeah, that might be the one I'm thinking of, and we don't have it yet. Oh, okay. I might have goofed it. We might be trying to build this thing for an engine we don't have yet. We don't have any other options here, do we? Okay, so we could do it on Discovery, which wouldn't be a bad choice for this flight. Yeah, because we would be able to completely refuel that. Oh, right, yeah, it's like the fuel injection mode. Okay, we need nearly 2,500 science for that, which would probably require another quite big mission. Don't know whether we'd have the temperature to vent the heat. We could go for the fusion pellets and just skip or cut down the nose module and just be a heat shield. Hang on, let's have a look at that nose module. Just cut the scoop entirely. Cut the scoop, just go for fission pellets and have enough to run this whole mission. I think I might. Yeah, I think that might be the best bet. I think I just completely zoned out on something when I designed the scoop. I don't know if I just forgot to check what it could fuel or what, but if we would have cut this back to just the just the heat shield. But honestly, if we're going to do that, we might even be best just attaching the heat shield straight to the yeah, don't save the change. Tell you what, we'll modify the return module with a heat shield. That'll probably be the easiest way. I can't believe I goofed that badly on it. I had this whole plan, like, oh, we'll refuel with that, and then, again, I guess I either hadn't checked we actually could do that or something, but anyway. Adapter, there shouldn't be a huge weight increase. 2 meters? I think it was 2 meters. 16 tons from 15 tons, yeah, it's not much. Strut it in place. We'll just cut out that front module, so... yeah, that should be fine. That'll still be enough to shield the front of the craft. The engineer will be able to cut the struts off. Alright, okay. Save that. Take 25 tons out of our counterweight. And yeah, we'll just do it with the new engines. We will indeed. I want to use the new ones. That was always the plan. And I just think I just forgot to check what it really runs on. Right, so 25 tons off of this. Yeah, down to 215 tons. Okay, let's use the fission. It's going to be expensive, but that's fine. It's a big mission. It's going to pay us back 6 million. I think it's still going to pay for itself. That'd be 10k. Probably going to make sure we have 14, just to make sure we definitely have... Oh, right. That was the problem. It's because we've actually got a round trip round Jool. We're not going to be able to refuel. For 2 hours, that will give us a total of 20k delta V. Maneuvering between the planets doesn't look like it's going to take a huge amount to return to Jool each time, I guess. It takes about 7k to get out there, in theory. Especially if we could do the cheap. Okay, I think we go with that. We go, assuming that's going to work. If it's running really tight, we can always return and just take the science and lose the contract, but I think this will work. Adapter, right, yeah, we don't have one, do we? We have to make one. Yeah, cryogenic fuels is maybe what I was thinking of for the reef. I suppose that could be an option. We could always go for cryogenic fuels, but we like to have that sort of tank. Right. Yeah, we may even have to have another thing of nuclear pellets. Right. We need to shed 13,000 heat, which is quite a lot. 600, is that our best? 1200, but it's a horrible form factor. We would only need that to shed it. Well, that would do it. We'd have to launch that, but that would do it already. Let's try something a little nicer looking than that. You might not have a choice, but we'll see how it goes. So, we're going to stack a bunch of these. Does that do it? Checking they're not going to collide with each other. No, could have 6s. Alright, that would do it. And they can stack away neatly. Now we need to add things like docking equipment onto this. Yeah, it's been surprisingly simpler than I thought, although again, we are going to be tighter on fuel than I thought, because the whole idea of this mission originally was we'll be able to refuel, and then, again, I've apparently goofed that. So it isn't, in fact, going to be part of the mission at all. Of course, other parts of it can, but not this part. I don't believe we have the Vulcan. I don't believe we have the nuclear smelter, so I don't think we can make the fission pellets. That isn't a research we've taken. 4 thrusters. 4 thrusters. Let's actually move those so they're actually attached as well. That would help. Just look like they are. Right. Also need power. And we need to take the oil tanks off because they're only going to be in the way on launch. 10C. Quite a large one. Ah, it's those. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, we do want to keep it fairly low profile on this one. Need a little bit of power. This one's set up to be manned. Actually, do we have 3 pilots? No. Actually, this might have to be unmanned. Wait, hang on. How many man parts are we planning to launch? Too many. No, we need to... It needs to be able to man itself. You could just add a little core to it, perhaps. Yeah, I think we do that. just the idea of how to do it. A little girder thing sticking up. We have a little 32 to control it once it's while it's launching, or while it's docking. That will have 2 horns. There we go. Try and line these up a little better. Put the other one in the same spot roughly. There. Raise to about there. There we go. And also strut it in place. Strut there. Check. And another strut. There-ish, I guess. Okay. That will do it. So, do I add another? Yeah, we'll add another thing of pellets. Excessive, perhaps. Still a good idea, probably. Also, yes. What I might even do then is rather than have 6 slightly awkwardly on the bottom row, can we just go away with 4? No, we still need a little bit more, huh? Another row of 4. 2? Yeah, okay. It's actually slightly more weight. In fact, I think that is just 6 again. It's just this slightly different format, but at least it looks like it matches. We are up to 22,000 delta V across a very long burn time. I hope we can still get away with that considering other things, but in theory, that is the last part of the Grand Tour mission complete and ready to go. So, now, our next priority is launching all of these pieces. Because we also have to get them to space and be ready to go and attach to each other. So, we're going to start with the core. In theory, the Titan and the Lion should be able to use the same launcher, but I think all the rest are pretty much going to need their own. So, core is that one. So, we need to work out how to launch this thing. It is slightly awkwardly shaped, to say the least. It is bulky, and it is large. I think this might be our first time using 5 meter parts. So by size, should be a 3 meter decoupler. Middle 3 meter. We're also going to use stage separators on these because these are going to be heavy stages, shall we say. Yes, a 6 segment. Yeah, it's actually automatically picked up about the right amount. These are all going to be gold. They're all special. This is a interesting launch, shall we say. The pilots will go up in their respective modules. I think. That's going to be on the outside. Not so sure about that. Yeah, I want to make sure that's completely covered, even if it makes it super wide. Yeah, it's still a weird shape for it, but right. Tier 1 core, save. So we now need... we basically just need about 4K to get it to orbit. We're going to construct them all at 100 kilometers orbit. We need about 4,000. Maybe a bit more for docking, but this one won't because it's the one going up first. We also need to be set to Kerbin. It's even harsher on its gravity. God, I forgot we had this thing. That's a new one. That makes the Manatee. That's another smaller profile one. Okay. Wow, do we not have any... surely we have 5 meter engines. Oh, wait, is this because it's a Saturn? Is this because it's expecting us to have the adapter for 5? Or that, I suppose. The Rhino is definitely too big for that. Allosaurus? No, also too big. Not sure what size engine this multi-adapter is expecting us to have. Eagle liquid methane engine. That could be a good bet. They tend to be quite thrusty. Also a bit too big. Kodiaks. Not powerful enough. Not a surprise there. Where's those big liquid methane engines? Deinonychus. There we go. We set it to... oh, we can set how many it has. Right, LCH4 Ox. LCH4 Ox 3000. A little over 1.5 thrust to weight. Yeah, we had some solids, and that will be enough. So those fairly stumpy thoroughbred motors. Okay, and then we put a slightly smaller than that nose cone on them. Yeah. Oh, and on the right stage as well, that would help. Yeah, that should be about right. Tiny bit low on the thrust to weight, but I think we'll get away with that. We make them stage a second after the others. Okay, with those two activating, that should be enough to push it away. You're also going to want to be on that stage. And we'll launch this one straight away. We won't design the others just yet. We're just going to launch it right away and then go on to the next one. We do also need to set the crew for this particular mission. The core's crew will be Jeb. We will take our scientists and engineers, so Dofrod, Leafy, Suki. We'll bring Bill as an engineer. The scientists can start in the lab. And Siedrin is going to be in the control center with actually no, we'll tell you what, just so it's definitely launches okay. Don't want the tourist getting in the way and accidentally breaking something, not that I think he will. Tourists could start in our wonderful little space hotel. So yeah, I think that's going to be about good to go. I don't think I'm going to need to worry about fins. I think Gimbling's going to be steering this. It is an interesting looking rocket. Right, let's go. I hope MechJeb can launch this thing in one piece. But yes, I'll try and design the lander for the launcher for the landers so that it could be reused for both. Two landers, yeah, everything. I am a bit annoyed about the scoop thing. I can't believe I forgot to check. Oh, no, we definitely need to brace those a bit more. They should not be wobbling like that. I can't believe I forgot something as critical as like, hey, maybe check, you know, what the scoop can refill. I'm not sure how I did that. I don't know if it's because I was thinking, oh, there's all the liquid fuels, and it's like, no, it doesn't. They don't even run on liquid fuel necessarily. They run on weird stuff, most of the far future engines. Do our normal 3-point mount. You know, a slightly heavyweight version of, but it's the same thing. Right, that should be fine. Here we go again. There's always something, I swear. I bet we'll find out once we get there that we've forgotten something. Also, just double check that the crew is still correct. It hasn't actually sorted out for everybody. We need at least one pilot, and we've only built the return module for the 7. We can't hire extra crew. We'll have to redesign other parts. Right. Jeb, Bill, 3 scientists, and a tourist. Cool. What's Jeb looking at there? View. Not sure. Oh, it's like the view of the seat? That's weird. Anyway. Right. Vent guidance. 100 kilometers. Do not do those just in case. Save for an equal just in case. Right. 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Yeah, which I had a feeling was going to be slow, but we're okay. Does have to work though, because we don't have another stage on top of all these. But stage 1. Don't go to the last one just yet. In case we have to correct anything. Do these have gimbals? They do. So they are gimbling over a bit. Oh dear. We seem to be launching a sort of giant space bell. Is the way I would look at this. We may regret not having fins in a minute, but we'll see how this goes. Shouldn't be top heavy though. We should have quite a lot of fuel on the bottom. It should still stay the right way up when it separates. Certainly don't have to worry about it over accelerating, I don't think, anyway. Oh, we're getting quite hot. Maybe I do. Maybe I do have to worry about that, but we should be a couple of a second anyway. Yeah, I hope those boosters don't break against the fairing. Nope. Ejected as planned. Deinonychus running. Deinonychus wobbling. As usual, reduce the thrust gimbal limiter a little bit, and that tends to help. I'm sure this has nothing to do with the rather impressive amount of weight. And a quite large amount of thrust as well. Nothing at all, except probably all of it. Also very loud. I don't know if you'd noticed. We'll enable cooling, but we'll also quick save, just to make sure we don't break anything. We should have enough electric charge to reach the point where we can open the solar panels and it won't be an issue. Right, did anything else break? I don't think it did. Just want to keep the engines cool to keep Oh, yeah, we did forget. I meant to put some little Septrons on the side of this tank to move it away from the station core so it's not in the way when we're docking. I guess we can give it a little bit of a kick with the RCS and that'll move us away from it. Don't want to be crashing into space debris while we're building this thing. Yeah, I think that's the extra torque from this that's causing a little bit of wobble. Probably going to wiggle its way all the way to maneuver, actually. It might even be better to let it do it. Just get the maneuver done, get it circularized, and then decouple the rest. This is why we have bought struts, because we may have to do some bracing, because there may otherwise just generally be some wiggling across this craft. Oh no, it did make it to a point where it was eventually happy. Just some science. Oh yes, I do particle detector experiment. We'll run that in a minute once we're detached. So we seem to be drifting off course a little bit there. Okay, I'll consider that good enough. Oh, don't tell me those run on... Those run on liquid fuel, don't they? We've only got partial RCS control of this thing. Great. Tell you what we can do. We wanted to give ourselves a little kick away from that. That'll have to do. And have to accept that we're not going to have a huge amount of control, I guess, with this. And we'll just have to be careful of that bit while we're coming in. Anyway, the core is up. It can't go anywhere. It is effectively another space station for the moment. Can, however, run our particle detector. Particle detector pings occasionally. You'd have you'd have better luck a wee bit higher up. Okay, fair enough. We'll activate our 2 scanners just to make sure they don't get in the way of anything. Getting readings on the surface. Right, yeah, we need to be in polar to do that. That's fine. Orbit. Electric charge, plenty. Lights on. Obviously, there are more things to deploy. Rolling telescope. And... Oh, two engineers must be present. Oh, no. Okay, we're going to have to convert one of the other modules to be able to launch itself, because we don't have enough engineers to... I'm going to have to set up an extra engineer, which means we're going to have to ditch a pilot. So I guess Val won't be coming with us on this. Because we only have space for 7 people. That's a pain in the backside, and an issue I didn't know we were going to have. Let's deploy these, but we want the centrifuge running. That was the whole point of giving them the living space. Well, we're already off to some slight issues. Ones we could resolve by returning it to center. But you know what? I think we're gonna try and stick with it. Let's continue the space program from there. But we are out of time for the episode, so I will see you guys all next time, and we'll come back to this soon. Wait, no, hang on. There's one more thing we need to do. There we go. The target will be the beacon, which will be specifically pointing at this craft in a bit. Apparently we are talking to it, though. Right. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.